sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and themselves. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
From way up at the 23. It's a pretty good return here as he'll get this out to the 29.
Play action now, Prescott. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Prescott to throw it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yards.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Micah Parsons.
Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When there's extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Now Prescott on 4th down.
Open man Lamb. It's complete.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb.
48 yards.
And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. We expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. On play action, they'll throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now, having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
There was Anthony Barr that time who got in there and made the play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they can let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall.
I'm off every weekend. With this new job.
Cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing.
I still work for the same company, just different positions.
Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So give them the
I make $18.50 an hour.
And half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate.
Because when the job I used to work, we was only making 14.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
I just talked to him yesterday.
Second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point.
I need to get back on there with you.
And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already... And nothing but green grass here.
Oh, I'm a cookie ass playing with me now.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
Nah, because you pick my Cowboys playing with me.
To try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies a big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this.
Well, you have work.
Turn it back over.
What time you want?
88 out the gate early.
What? 88 out the gate?
That's what, 5 my time?
That thing's done.
When your last day is down now?
It's not 88 out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Overall on the volley.
Here's Marr to kick it away.
He said, hopefully. I heard that.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good.
What, you on a break or something? Yeah, I know. Like, I was just talking about at work.
The Cowboys offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going.
Well, y'all just not busy.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Prescott.
Thank you.
For Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Prescott. That is caught by Lamb.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 23. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching their bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
third down, it's Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Prescott on first down.
No way in here. Something like that.
Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Able to hit his target, Lamb. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half. Prescott gonna take a shot for Gallup. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And We welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On second down, Elliott. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Gonna throw deep for the end zone.
Damn.
And it'll be intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
And he's got some space here.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Williams.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. The tight end goes in motion left. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 35 on second down, Prescott over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 16. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels. Got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy? And what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Now we give here to Pollard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they'll go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. This started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. They'll start the drive with Elliott. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long, and you know this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not from him.
Go right through the fucking hands.
Thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. They'll run with Pollard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys have opened up a 2-touchdown lead in this 4th quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep. If they close this game out, just a few snaps remaining, they can't relax just yet.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
He's got his man. It's Gallup. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Cleveland Browns.
Cade York set to do the honors here, and we are underway from Cleveland. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 17, Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Throwing, Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short. So it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll be a Dallas first down.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Prescott now from the 50. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw again on 2nd down, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. That one goes for 24 yards. Prescott looks to throw on first. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Jadeveon Clowney, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted.
OPR, into some shit.
By Grant Delpit.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one, and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Watson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch.
And the Cowboys are going to have the... From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Kansas City Chiefs.
That's fucked up.
Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
First play, Mahomes looking to throw it.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. His blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Mahomes throwing on 4th. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. 3.5 to go, first quarter. First down, Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play. We'll look for them to try it again later.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
And the Chiefs are going to get the football back at their own 17.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here again is McKinnon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelce.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They go play action. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Hey, 43, 15.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Chiefs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 5. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short. And this will remain a 6-0 ball game. Boy, so they don't get the conversion, but they're going to go right into the onside kick formation. And all the Chiefs have it. Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
They'll roll him out right. That's caught at the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. Gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. 6-0 our score after 1. Mahomes going to throw. And it's caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Noah Gray from 6 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick.
Wasn't no fault for that shit the second time.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
On play action, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Elliott. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They'll try run for it on 1st and goal.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in.
Isaiah Pacheco
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 21-7. Touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but we're
taking it right down Broadway. 20. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Thank you. I'm going to score it again.
And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41.
So that now back-to-back drive CD that have ended with an interception.
I don't know about you, but I'd call my quarterback over, put an arm around him, and say, hey, take a look at the scoreboard.
And this will be caught at the 30. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter
over
number 2.
that head, boy. I said over the head, boy.
Play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play action now, Prescott.
Oh.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
He had already had an interception earlier. Now Charles, he says, I think I'll get another, and I'll take this one all the way back to the score.
Well, you know how I feel about those defensive backs, especially safeties. They're certainly some of the best athletes on the team. They're asked to do a little bit of everything. And when you combine their athleticism with their field vision, those types of plays result.
Butker on for the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half, Prescott.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin.
This pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Meanwhile, here a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. This is caught. Touchdown! Noah Gray, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs take a 3-touchdown lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help them.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback. And my goodness, another interception. It's Joshua Williams with a pick, and the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Mahomes now on 1st down. Give him 11 yards and time and a new set of downs. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They go play fake. Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll try and run with McKinnon. And he is
He's not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. They'll try with McKinnon. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jarek McKinnon punching it in from a yard away.
And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. This is caught out in the right flat. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This one taken just inside the 10.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Off the play fake, Prescott. And now here's another interception. It's Joshua Williams with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now here's Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Prescott on 1st down.
Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it.
And they'll get this down to the 10. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. Prescott off play action. Sliding out of the pocket. And it'll be intercepted.
Trent McDuffie with a pick, and the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
And Mahomes going to run again.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Looking to throw is Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No 1st down. Mahomes throwing on 4th. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Mahomes firing complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Butker now to add the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Carter, I have to tell you, one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. To run for it, the decision a good one, picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it's certain.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And the Cowboys are able to recover. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll dive forward here to make sure he gets something out of that one, but not much.